Hey Keith, how's it going, man? John here. Getting back to you with that song, Blackberry Smoke. Ain't got the blues anymore, man. This is a cool tune. I really appreciate you turning me on to it, and I have a feeling I'll be listening to a lot more of their stuff. So anyway, sorry it's taking me so long to get back to you, man, but I wanted to do it upright, and here you go. Let's dive right in. I'm going to show you a little bit better shot of the guitar, but anyway, this thing is definitely in the key of G. And it's a classic sort of finger picking example, but he's got some cool stuff in there, as you know. So we'll kind of approach this by, you got to think about your G chord in a different shape. You know, if you think about it in this standard sort of G chord shape, this thing is going to be a bear at best. But refret it to look like this, so that you're leading off with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and then your middle finger's on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, open, 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 and then your pinky up here on the 3rd fret, 1st string. Alright, so get into that as sort of like home base here, and then we'll walk through the picking pattern, which is going to sound like this. Super cool, man. There's a couple things in here that I just really love. And the first thing that I really love is this note right here. That's the flat 3rd of the G, and anyway, it just gives us this really kind of eerie sound, and definitely very bluesy. So that's where you're going to want to start off, is putting your pinky down on the 3rd string, 3rd fret, and pinch with the 6th string that you've got, you know, fretted under this G chord. Then pick up, right after you do, pick up on the open 2nd string. Then you're going to hit the bass, alternating bass, back and forth, back and forth. So once you do pinch, open, then bass, pinch, pinch, open, bass, which when I say bass, I mean 4th string open there. Then you put down your pinky on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Back to the 6th string bass, and then you pick up on the open 3rd string, and then down for the 4th string bass. So it's like this: pinch, open 2nd, and then the 4th string bass, then the 3rd fret 2nd string, then bass on the 6th string, then open 3rd, and then wrapping up with the alternating bass, finishing on the open 4th string. And that's it a few times in a row, but he actually does it 3 times just like that, and then he'll change it up to kind of change the melody a little bit. So after that last, you come back and do the pinch on the bass in the 3rd fret, 3rd string. But then you pick your pinky up from that point forward, and you play pinch, open 2nd string, and then the bass on the 4th string, and then an open 3rd string. Like that. Alright, cool. So that's the G chord, and then he moves directly into a C chord. You're just going to fret that normal ways, and your pinky's still going to do a little bit of some work here, and the first note is definitely kind of a, it may seem weird, but you're kind of reaching out of this C chord territory and hitting this 4th fret on the 2nd string. Now I've noticed a lot of Piedmont players doing, you know, playing with that note here in relation to a C chord. So definitely something pretty cool to get down, man. But the melody is kind of the same. It's just you know, up in pitch, and so it's more relative to the C chord versus the G. So the melody is going to sound like this. Alright, and so what you're doing there is the 4th fret 2nd string, open 1st string, and then down on the 3rd fret 1st string. And then open E, first string, and then down on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. But now, of course, with a lot of finger picking stuff, that's the easy thing, just doing that by itself. But the real trick is getting it all going together. So you toss in the alternating bass, which is now on the 5th and 4th strings. And you come up with something like that. So here's that again, slowly. Alright, and then from there you move straight into a D chord. And this is definitely one of the other cool things I love in this little intro, is the fact that he's doing this slide to the D from below it. You're kind of starting with this D chord shape fretted up here, which that sounds horrible, right? But what he's doing is using the melody. So that's all on the 1st string, pick, slide, then 2nd string, 3rd fret. And the frets there are 1st to 2nd, and then 3rd on the 2nd string. And then he does some kind of little slide where he's going from the 3rd fret on the 3rd string to the 4th fret on the 3rd string, then an open B string, 2nd string, and then going back to the G. And then from that point he starts singing. So that's pretty much it, man, as far as the idea behind the song. There are definitely a couple of different chords and everything, but I think maybe the best way to approach this is tackle the intro, because it's going to give you a lot of information to then take and apply to the other chord changes. So if you're planning on singing this thing, then some of the fancier finger picking might just kind of go by the wayside. Fact is, I think when I hear it live when they're playing it, there are definitely some notes that aren't as regimented when he plays it as that intro that's got the nice melody, because sometimes the melody on the guitar will just get in the way of the vocals. So anyway, I guess my point of all that is that get down the basic pattern and be able to work through the chord changes, and you'll be surprised at how much of this song you can pull off. It may not be note for note perfect, but you get the ideas down and move through the right chords, then I think you'll be there, man. So practice this thing up, man, and let me know how it goes. You said you were going to play it at a gig, so dude, I want to hear about that. So hope this helps, man, and if there's any piece of it that you want more of, or if there's another bit of the song, definitely shoot me an email, man, and I'll get back to you a lot sooner. All right, man. Take care.